This video will show you how to do selection in C#. This program is going to let the user enter two numbers into our two text boxes. We have a text box first number and a text box second number. And then when the button is clicked, the button Find Bigger is clicked, the program is going to highlight the bigger number for the user. So we're going to double click the button to go into the event when the button is clicked. And we're going to tell it to get the numbers that the user is going to type in and store them into two variables. So first one is going to be double, because it could be a number with decimals. So first num equals double, and let's just try this first. Text box first number text. So I'm trying to tell it to make a number equal to a text, and it's complaining to me, as you notice. It's saying cannot implicitly convert string to double. That's okay. I can tell it to convert it explicitly by saying double dot parse and putting parentheses around the string. We'll convert it to a double. We're going to do the same thing for the second number. Second num is equal to double parse text box second number dot text and a semicolon at the end. So this is going to be our two numbers. Now what we want to do is, if my first number is bigger than my second number, this here is known as a condition. We're checking to see if something's true or false using a relational operator. The relational operator, this is the relational operator greater. Okay, so if this condition is true, then we're going to execute whatever's inside of the curly brackets of this if. And what do we want to do in here? Well, we said we want to change the text box first number. We want to change the font of this, and we want that thing to be equal to a new font, and the font here needs a prototype for its previous font for the new font. So the prototype is going to be the old font, which is text box first number dot font. And then the next thing is we're going to tell it font style bold. Okay, so that's going to be my making the text box for the first number bold for the text of it. And we're going to do the text box for the second number. What we're going to do for that one, we're going to make it regular. Okay, so the font for the second text box is going to be regular if the first number is bigger than the second number. And then what we're going to do is, now we're going to make an else if my first number is less than my second number. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to pretty much copy this whole thing and just reverse the things. So now this one is going to be the regular, and this one is going to be the bold. Okay, now there's one more thing that we need to do, and that is to make them both bold. So the final thing is, if the first number isn't bigger than the second number, and if the first number isn't less than the second number, then the only other thing is they're equal, right? So I can just say else, or I can say else if first num equals second num, right? But instead of doing it this way, I'm just going to say else. And then inside this else, so now they're both equal, right? If the two numbers are equal, then we're going to make just both of the fonts bold. Okay, for both of the text boxes. Okay, so that's in a nutshell the code. Now let's check, and we're going to enter first number, second number, find bigger. That's highlighted. Change this to 3. Find bigger. That's highlighted. Make them both equal to 3. And they're both highlighted. Change again. 4. 4 is highlighted. 6. 6 is highlighted. Program works.